Well, as a Liverpool fan, that wasn't fun to relive, was it? I will not forget that bicycle kick from Gareth Bale, who scored a brace in that Champions League final against Liverpool back in 2018. But he's won this thing 5 times with Real Madrid. Know a thing or two about winning trophies with that club. And our very own Geoff Shreeves had a chance to catch up with him earlier today. Here's that conversation.
Welcome to a dress code match, the Champions League legend. I'm glad you got the memo, mate.
Well, you know, looks good, doesn't it?
I think it looks slightly better on you. Every time you hear 5 Champions League to your name, does it still send a tingle down your spine?
Yeah, no, it's still cool to hear, I guess. But yeah, it's nice. I've obviously been able to reflect a bit now after being retired for a little bit. So yeah, it doesn't get old. What did you look at differently when you reflected? I don't know, you just look back and you kind of see all those amazing memories, great moments, yeah, and just what you've been able to achieve. So it's nice to look back and have trophies to your name and medals to look at, I guess. Is there an obvious highlight for your incredible Champions League career? I mean, I still can't get 5. Yeah, the final goal, the overhead kick, is obviously the probably highlight of it all. But yeah, so many great moments, so many great memories, great games. So yes, there's a lot of good stuff to look back on. Be honest, have you tried to replicate it a few times in the garden with the kids? No, they actually try and get me to do it. I'm like, I don't think my body's ready for that anymore. So I'll lie on the floor and do it. So no, it's a good bit of fun. It's a simple question, but what's it actually like when you're a Real Madrid player and you get to a Champions League final? Is there an expectation because of their incredible record? Yeah, definitely. I think I can't even remember the last time Madrid lost the final. So yeah, there's definitely an expectation, never mind for the final, but to win it from the off. So yeah, when you get there, you've got to be focused, you've got to be ready to go, and you're expected to win like always. Can you put into words what it is about Real Madrid and this competition that is so special? I think it just means so much. I've said it before. I think at the start of the season, the most important goal is to win the Champions League, not the league, not the cup. It's the Champions League. So all the focus is on that. Every European night at the Bernabeu is electric, and yeah, this club's just born to win Champions Leagues, I think. What do you make of this current Real Madrid side? Yeah, no, I think it's a very good one. It's a lot younger than previous sides, and they've obviously got that nice mix of experience in there as well. So yeah, I think it's exciting. They've made some great signings over the years, and yeah, they look strong, they look young, and they look like they've got no fear. You know what it's like to be a Brit, to go there. So what do you make of Jude Bellingham's impact? Yeah, no, he's done well since he's been over there. I think he's had a great first season. I think it's important to, especially when you go to a big club, is to have a good first season, good start, and kind of gives you that bit of space to give you breathing space to kind of ease into a bit more the next season. So yeah, had a great start this season, and hopefully he can cap it off with a final win in the Champions League. Of course, you've played with a lot of the current squad. Has been much messaging, much back and forth? No, not too much, to be honest. No, I kind of just leave them be. I was never one for talking too much, but yeah, I'll be there on the weekend and cheering them on. Hopefully they can get another one. We talk about 5 as well. The likes of Toni Kroos can go to 6. Yeah. He's one of a number. What sort of achievement would that be? Yeah, I think the record is at 6 at the moment for Paco Gento. So yeah, to be able to be joint first, I guess, is a massive thing. And yeah, obviously they've played very well to get to the final and deserve to be there. Do you have any concerns whatsoever that Real Madrid are massive favourites for this game? And Dortmund are huge underdogs. Does that worry you at all? No, just from being at Madrid, it's I think no matter who we play, we're probably the favourites anyway. So no, I think the experience they've got in the dressing room, and a lot of the team have already won a Champions League, so they have that experience. So no, I don't think it'll weigh heavy on anyone. I'm not worried. I feel they'll get the job done. Like I said, they have the experience in the finals to be able to relax and know what to expect, and I expect another win like everyone else. If there was, I mean, you can't say a weakness with the way they've won the league and the way they've come into this competition unbeaten so far. Where would you have any sort of concern? Where could
If you could offer a Dortmund fan any words of encouragement, what would they be? Where could they get at them? How?
I guess the only thing I could possibly think of, and this is not being disrespectful, is the goalkeeping situation. Obviously, Thibaut's a world-class goalkeeper, but he's been out all season. Lunin's a very good young keeper, but again, hasn't played in the Champions League final, so probably the only real weakness I can really pick out.
And if I was to push you, score-wise?
I
mean, the last four have been 1-0, so that you can't go too safe.
No, I wasn't safe last year, and I was wrong. So, no, I think 3-0 to Madrid. I think the game will probably start out a bit cagey, like it always does, and once the first goal in, I think it'll open up a bit.
And tell us a bit about yourself now, since you've retired. What you're doing, what you're up to?
Just being with family. Yeah, I feel like I've missed out on so much with my kids growing up from travelling, playing, being away international, and yeah, now I'm able to just be there, do stuff with them, be there on the weekends, make sure I'm just more present, and being able to go on holiday now during half terms and summer. So yeah, just enjoying time with the family.
The golf must have got a lot better as well.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I would still like to play more if I could, but yeah, I have other things going on in my life as well. So yeah, trying to play as much as I can as normal.
How much of the Champions League have you watched this season?
Yeah, I've watched a little bit. Obviously it's normally around bedtime when Champions League's on, so I don't get to watch it all. But no, I've tried to watch the big games, and obviously I keep an eye on Real Madrid as much as I can. So yeah, I've watched enough to know how well they've been playing.
Now, you were fabled as the complete athlete. If we were to build an identikit of the ideal player in the final, we would put together a superhuman player, and you can pick from either side.
Okay.
First and foremost, whose left foot are you going for?
What, in the current side?
Yeah.
Left
you can
foot.
pick a Dortmund player if you want.
Yeah.
Whose left foot are you going for?
I don't really know. I don't know who's left-footed.
That's a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. Most people are right. Left foot.
But they've got right-footed players who play on the left up top, which doesn't help you, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, I'm trying to think who actually is left-footed in the team.
OK, let's go with right-footed.
Right-footed, Toni Kroos.
Why is he, what makes him such a special player?
I just think he's always that one step ahead, and he reads the play very well. People always talk about he has a lot of time on the ball, but he just has his first touch will go into a space where he knows the opponent won't be. Yeah, just, again, he's not a fast player, but his mind is probably a little bit faster than everyone else on a football pitch. If
I said to you, whose brain would you take, his or Bellingham's?
Probably Modric, to be honest. Yeah, Modric or Toni, I think, footballing brain, I think. Again, those two, just one step ahead. Again, it's just that elite level of just knowing where space is, knowing when to pass the ball, knowing when to keep play ticking over. So, yeah, those two.
Whose lungs? Whose energy?
Lungs.
Dani Carvajal, maybe?
I'd go Valverde, probably.
Yeah.
Young legs, very powerful, quick. He's probably underrated in a way, but yeah, very strong, athletic, can run all day.
Whose heart are we putting in? Will to win. Never
Will
say
to
die.
win. I'd probably go Carvajal. He's a bit of a pit bull where he keeps going, and yeah, very kind of determined to not win. And even when we were in training, hated losing. So yeah, I'd probably go him.
That's not a bad player. Have you taken anything of Bellingham there?
No. No.
You're dissing him.
No, but obviously the Madrid players are very good, experienced, and obviously are proven over many years.
When you look at the incredible talent that they have, what does it add to the mix, having the Don in charge, Carlo?
Yeah, no, just the best man manager I've definitely worked under, and a great tactician as well. I think he just has that fine balance of kind of friendship with players, and they also know he's the boss. So no, he just controls the dressing room so well. Even if you're not playing, he still makes you feel important. So yeah, just knows how to run a football player and knows how to run a football team. And obviously, without speaking, he's a great manager in terms of tactics as well.
Did he draw the best out of you?
Arguably, yeah. There was a couple that I enjoyed playing under, but yeah, I really enjoyed playing under Carlo, and yeah, still, yeah, try and keep in touch and see him when I can, and yeah, great for him to be in another final, which is a record one, I think. What will he be like in the build-up? How will he be around the players? He'll be relaxed as always.
I've never seen him stressed, have you?
No, not really. But yeah, he just, like I said, he's just a great man manager, and his aura really comes off to the players as relaxing, and I think that does make a difference to the team. It keeps them a bit more calmer and gives them that confidence that they need to go out and play.
Great stuff. You look as healthy as ever.
Thank you.
Enjoy your retirement. Enjoy the game. Cheers,
Thank you.
Gareth.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.